Mission Critical. I did cast their last game, like kinda, like late into the game, and this is also very late into the. I think the last one I was like 5 minutes late to the game. This I at least hit the draft. I don't know why I can't hear anything in the draft. But we are about to get started. I didn't see the bans at all, but some interesting picks here. I really like. I really like to see Elder Titan. Huskar, I think, is particularly unique. I think it's going to be their safe laner. Bristleback. We've got a Sand King, Death Prophet, just a bunch of very different heroes. I think the only hero we saw last game from this was the I think it was Shadow Shaman. I believe we saw Shadow Shaman on TTU. I have no idea what game number this is. So my stream title is just miscellaneous 82L games. I will be posting the VODs of these onto YouTube now that I got my stream working. Thank God. Uh, But back to what really matters, what anyone who might be watching is here for, and that's some kind of. I honestly think amateur Dota is pretty exciting. It's not the same kind of like visceral, high skill, razor sharp Dota that we see at majors, where they do these crazy things that you didn't even know were possible. But it's just interesting in its own way, especially in the drafting, and I'm really excited to see what these teams how they play their drafts. Last game, TTU had a very late game oriented draft, but this draft comes online a bit earlier, and so does Mission Critical. Is Mission Critical going to be taking towers very, very quickly with the Shadow Shaman and the Dragon Knight? But you can say the same about the Death Prophet and the Vengeful Spirit Aura will help if Lifestealer gets a Deso, which I have seen a lot less commonly. Is the Deso Lifestealer. Generally speaking, people go spam their Dota Plus voice lines at the start of the game, which I can't blame them for. I use them liberally. If you're paying for them, use them, smoke them if you got them. Uh, Shoot, I forgot what I was gonna say. Generally people don't go the Deso on Lifestealer anymore. You'll see like Radiances, Bashers, Blink Daggers, like it very similar to what it used to go, but Deso isn't as common. I still think people do it, and I think it's justifiable, but generally speaking, uh, it's much more. I don't know. I just don't see it as much. I don't want to overthink this. I have a tendency to ramble.
The battle begins.
With Rage, you might be able to take that, but I don't know if. Or sorry, I thought that he was getting invaded, but Master Salty, I don't think he can die to that. What's the damage on Shackle? 60? Yeah, that's like a tickle. A Sentry Ward also placed by this Venge to counter anything they might throw down, and she might find herself with a payday, but actually no, there's no wards from Joey or Penguinot. Up top, I didn't introduce the teams, but it's a Bristle and Sand King versus a Dragon Knight and a Shadow Shaman. I think Dragon Knight really likes this lane. Once he gets a couple points in Dragon's Blood, it's not just the health regen, but the armor. Quills do physical damage, and he's gonna be really hard to kill, especially if he's got a wand queued up. Mid though, I think DP could see herself in a bit of hurt if she's not careful. And at bot, it's Mission Critical 2 melee versus Lifestealer. I think Lifestealer's happy with. Granted, one of them is an Underlord. That's a hero that's just super difficult to lane against. But I think if anyone could, it'd be the Lifestealer. You've got Feast, which really, really helps bully those fat heroes, and Feast damage can't be reduced by Atrophy Aura. Oh, up top, Old Frog already getting kind of low. One more Quill Spray might have done the trick, but they're actually going to go for a simpler, easier target, and Illuminati, who immediately starts TPing. 1 second, Burrow Strike does cancel, and that'll be first blood. Gooby, filling Shaman full of holes, and getting that first blood. So TTU, probably pretty happy with that. It did take a bit of effort, but I rarely see... I often see Sand King start Caustic Finale for just harassing people in lane, especially melee heroes like Dragon Knight. but really awesome to see that burrow strike to get that first blood. Very close. Probably pretty frustrating for poor Illuminati, who had a pretty rough lane last game too. Got beat up pretty bad, but the sacrificial 6th position support, probably used to it. Last hits, even though first blood going the way of TTU, it looks like last hits pretty even across the board. We're only a couple minutes into this game. I'm like on a 2-minute delay from Dota TV, by the way. Echo Stomp will hit Venge, but I don't think that really amounts to much. Magic Missile, he had to tank a couple tower shots. Penguinaut getting very low. Drops the Rain of Fire, and I don't think Chicken Lover wants to chase into that. That's really risky. And it's actually going to be interesting to see how he plays this Lifestealer, as he played a very defensive hero in the Medusa last game, and now playing the Lifestealer, who is just almost in complete opposition to that. Just wants to get lots of aggression. Losing both those wars to the Elder Titan, probably not a good feeling for Vengeful Spirit. Now a wand on the Dragon Knight and on Illuminati will make them much more difficult to kill. The mid lane remains relatively even. Death Prophet slightly ahead, but it's just a few minutes into the game. Huh. We shall see. I actually wonder if, with Exorcism, if she can just chunk through him fast enough with Spirit Siphon, if her healing will match. I think Huskar kills her, but... But it remains to be seen. Illuminati popping his stick charges. Still taking a lot of damage from those quills. It's a bonus, what, 120 damage from quills? Nicely done. That's a cute play.
Denied.
I actually don't know if I've seen that. A Soul Ring Bristle. That's interesting. This offlane DK. Probably feeling fairly comfortable though now that he's got points in Dragon's Blood. I mean, the 8 armor, 11 total armor, and 8 health regen, totaling to 11. Oh no, under tower, so 9 armor, but still very tanky. Gonna be really hard to kill with the largely physical damage heroes up top. Mid still remains the most interesting to me, but this is what I fear for the Death Prophet. Like, she's gonna take a lot of damage from this. She's gonna probably, like, that really hurts for her. And she's not really in any position to walk up and just try to get a Spirit Siphon either. Bounty runes are spawning. It looks like all 4 might be going the way of TTU, which will help them if they struggle in their lanes at all. They're only marginally behind in CS, but they were last game. The difference, though, last game, they had very late game oriented heroes. This game, it's a lot more mid game. I think their timings are more important, a lot less ethereal, and much more static, much more locked in. But top, they're after Illuminati, and yeah, he just cannot survive. Those quills doing way too much damage. That wand, not enough to save him. But mid, this Fire Spirit, oh no, that's the ult, and Death Prophet, Spirit Siphon, yeah, I guess they do kill each other. Even trade, except that Huskar got way more gold just because he got the AoE gold from her death, whereas Death Prophet only got kill gold. Which is like it can be kind of confusing how that works. Even I don't fully understand it all the way, I will admit. AoE gold is a big part of kill gold, of getting gold for kills. But when you die and then kill somebody, or they die to the tower or something, you get the kill gold, but you don't get the AoE gold. So that's probably why she got less gold for that kill. I think there's some exceptions to that, but I'm not sure. Like Techies, Zeus. I think Zeus, Spectre Illusions. And Gooby just... That's such a cheeky play. It really is. And at bot, it looks like they might be trying for something. Chasing after Foxel. They get the D word immediately. Just desperately trying to get vision back, but another 100 wasted gold. Death Prophet has her Exorcism now. And Huskar no longer getting bonus magic resistance from Berserker's Blood. It's just health regen and strength, or attack speed. So, still a useful spell, but it really won't help if you're getting bursted down. Especially not super useful against like a life stealer. I'm surprised he's just not right-clicking that creep to death. I love that. So, Sand King, I wonder if he ran into the jungle trying to get an Aether or Arcane's Blink and then Ags for the unlimited range Burrow Strike. They are spotted by this observer here. Definitely something to keep an eye on. And but they're going after him. The Rage able to block that sleep, but Venge was put to bed. Foxel has Wave of Terror. Magic Missile up in 1 second. Enough mana to cast both, but only barely. Do they want to go for Penguinaut? Perhaps turn their attention back to Joey Wags. He's got no Stomp. They're after Joey. Nice root, Pit of Malice, and a Magic Missile, and I think that may seal his fate, taking so much damage from this Life Stealer. One more hit might do the trick, but just barely alive, and he might get away with this. A narrow survival for the Elder Titan. Well, up 3 kills, TTU probably feeling pretty good, but the question is, I mean, 3 kills at 8 minutes? That doesn't mean a whole lot. Old Frog farming really, really well, though. The cores are fairly close, but Huskar is kind of starting to eke out the Death Prophet pretty respectably. 9 last hits ahead, like 12 more denies. Of course, that's why he's getting that level advantage on her. He killed her as well, so we got experience. Gooby also fairly uncontested down here, going for a Vanguard. I really want to see them get a pipe this game very early. Huskar is a right-clicker, but a lot of magical damage from Burning Spears. A lot of heroes die after he's finished right-clicking them. Like they stop right-clicking it. He stops right-clicking, and right now, he's just a goner. Exorcism committed. He's got the ult. Might be able to even get something to Burning Disarm, but just too much damage. As I was saying, though, Burning Spears is magic damage. Get a pipe, block it. Also true for, I believe, DK's poison. I still don't think they can kill him. They'll need probably at least one more hero. Elder Titan probably could do the trick. But it looks like bounty runes are about to get traded. I think 2 going to Radiant top. Uh-oh. Foxel. Ooh. Oof. They have a Burrow Strike, but it's only rank 1. So not very much range. Now it's Gooby who needs to be a little bit careful. Death Prophet, Spirit Siphoning, Burrow Strike 2. This Huskar has his ult going right onto Gooby, knocking him into the pit though! Is he gonna die to Roshan? Is he gonna tick out to that Burning Spear because of the Rosh right clicks? Rosh actually finishing him off. A beautiful sleep down here too. Sandstorm doing small chip damage. Death Prophet gonna burn out. And now Master Salty has to wait before he's overcooked by those Burning Spears. And we'll just walk away. Thankfully for him, they had no vision, no dust. But, oh man, what a wild ride and a great fight. And now they're grouped up to push. The DK ult did just recently time out, or will. No, they can get some good right clicks on it from the poison. God, that lasted a long time. Yeah, a minute. Nice. So first tier 1 and several kills. So a great start for Mission Critical, who now, looking at the net worth, have propelled their Huskar up to the top net worth. But last game we saw Razor, who I believe was played by the same player, Darth Walker, equally as far ahead, if not more so. But this time, there's a free farming life stealer. I want to see a really early BKB from this guy. Just, like, I mean, Sandstorm, it's mostly the Sand King that I want to see it for in Magic Missile, because Huskar just wants to be able to freely right click. He wants to jump in, not be stunned, not get blown up. But I think Magic Missile, I think Burrow Strike just really put a damper on his mood. Okay, I am streaming. I thought maybe I forgot to turn it on. Old Frog, gonna finish his wand, going for a Shadow Blade first. Very standard stuff for Dragon Knight. Gooby, his Vanguard, will be done fairly soon.
Bottom tower has uninvited
Death
guests.
Prophet after her Yules. Also, just very standard across the board right now. Lifestealer going for a Maelstrom. That's another fairly common item we see on him, something to accelerate his farm, because the hero does not farm. He has great sustain, so it's not like he needs to go back, but he's really not. Oh, the Shaman Wards are committed bot, but they also drop the Exorcism. They're after somebody. Shaman completely out of mana. This tier 1 probably going to die. Echo Stomp putting 1 down, 2 down. The Earth Splitter coming 2. And I think that's all they lose. I don't think they can kill anyone else, but actually now, with Huskar here, they might go for another kill. Chicken Liver pops the rage just in time. The Burning Spear is getting, or the Burning Disarm. And now the Spirit Siphon onto just a creep. The Exorcism not really ticking out. Death Prophet not in the fight, really. She's got a Crypt Swarm. Drops the Silence onto 3 heroes, but Gooby gonna burn to death from the Burning Spears and the Rain of Fire. And now the tower's starting to get chunked down. Wave of Terror, Magic Missile. Got the Rage again. The Spirit Siphon out of charges for 10 seconds. But Epicenter, is this enough? A good Burrow Strike, getting some chip damage. A lot of AoE, but is it enough? It's just so hard to get it, but they do get the Huskar too. So a very long fight, an extended skirmish, and it's really not looking good for Mission Critical. They've already lost 3. There's a Burrow Strike onto 2 again. Death Prophet, Crypt Swarm. Oh, but the immediate break on her Spirit Siphon means that they don't really have pursuit in the Crypt Swarm. Not going to get far enough. Another swap back. Foxel will die, and I think they just need to get out of here. Underlord has respawned. They've got TPs in, but TTU, I almost said MCU. TTU do not. So quite the long-winded fight, and thanks to the tier 1 tower being taken, and it looks like Master Salty dying. Oh, nope, he's going to keep walking away. Thanks to the tier 1 tower falling, and I think that favors Mission Critical. Mission Critical probably pretty happy with how that turned out. They've shrined up. I think they pinged out that this Death Prophet is here. She's got the Lifestealer infested. Sand King, kind of low mana, but does have the Burrow Strike available, and Mission Critical, there's no reason for them to try to push this, so they just back off. Gooby really wants to finish his Vanguard, Huskar up top farming. He is level 10, Death Prophet also level 10. So the mid's roughly even, and we see that reflected in net worth as well. Oops, I wanted to look at Huskar. He's going to be going for a Heaven's Halberd evasion. Super useful for him against the Lifestealer. Disarming Lifestealer going to be incredibly useful. However, if he uses the disarm before Rage, then Lifestealer can, I believe, Rage it off. I believe becoming Magic Immune gets oh, didn't Magic Missile. So 3 Bounty Runes, 4 MC. But roughly even game so far. I expect next Exorcism probably to be used to take a tower, as they haven't claimed any tier 1s yet while losing 2 of their own. The Shadow Shaman, it seems to me whenever Mission Critical have Shadow Shamans ult and they have Elder Dragon form, that they push. And it's been very, be careful. Zach, man, he's out of there. Anyways, it's hard for me to say who will win this game going very late. I feel like neither team has a hero that scales extremely well. I think Dragon Knight might be... I mean, Bristle becomes unkillable, but DK's going to get a Silver Edge. So it's sort of hard to say. I'm not even sure which draft I like better, frankly. I think Lifestealer is good against pretty much all of these heroes. The Rage allows him to avoid Burning Disarm. Oh, it's... I don't know why I called it Burning Disarm. It's Inner Fire. Bristle actually pretty good against Huskar too. The minus armor, massive sustained physical damage. They're watching these guys under a ward. And they ping it out even. They seem aware that there is a ward here. Gooby. I definitely want to see Gooby get a Pipe of Insight after his Vanguard.
Dire's middle tower is under fire.
I think it will help, especially I
Dire's
think
middle tower
especially
has
the Death
fallen.
Prophet wants that item on her team. She's super vulnerable to lots of burst. So getting that is going to be really, really useful for her. They've committee up, they've dropped the wards and the Dragon Knight ult again, and I don't know if this can be defended. I think they might try, but it's really hard for them to get into position to actually defend this. And with that ward there, they have a vision advantage that they can engage on anybody. And oh, Death Prophet might walk into this ward. But this tier 1 is just gone. And I think Mission Critical can really just do that. Like, I don't think they need to commit anything, but an excellent 2-man Epicenter. And the Burrow Strike too. A lot of damage coming out. Master Salty will die, but they get the Huskar. Dragon Knight also going to go down a great sleep. The Earth Splitter rolling in. A rude awakening for some. But the Exorcism chipping away so much damage. The Spirit Siphon. Illuminati, a double kill for this Death Prophet. She's got a Spirit Siphon on 2 heroes. Just everybody ticking down. She's definitely going to get Penguinaut and a triple kill. And they get that tier 1, but they lose 5. Death Prophet's damage. I want to see her damage in that fight on that recap. They at least got the tower, but just look at this. She did most of the damage by a pretty hefty margin, this Death Prophet. No surprise, level 2 Exorcism was gained right before that fight. She has max Spirit Siphon. These heroes all have high max health, and Spirit Siphon does damage based on your max health. So it's just, and it heals her for just as much, and they don't have anything like an Ancient Apparition to stop that. I don't know that anyone's going to go a Spirit Vessel to prevent her from doing that, but they may want to consider it, because otherwise, you get that on a hero with, like, I mean, she just heals so much. Oh, I jump forward on Foxel, they get the Disarm Mules immediately, and they're out. I think they might try something. There's no Shadow Blade finished on the DK, though, so can't really pursue much further, and that seems to be the end of it. All the while, Lifestealer, still not bot. Just gonna keep farming. Going for that Desolator. I actually quite like that this game because they have a lot of high armor heroes. Which would, I mean, that just helps, you know. High armor heroes versus a Deso. Just get a little more of that chip damage in. Armlet also completed for him. Did go the attack speed talent, which I do like. More Feast, more Maelstrom procs. DPU's Yules is done, and she is going for a NATO, so a nice tanky item. Oh, she's got to get out of there. I think she's okay. But they just did the same thing again. Elder Dragon form and Shaman wards and going for the tier 2. And they can just keep doing this. And as it stands, until they get like a Blink Dagger on the Sand King, which they do have, there isn't a whole lot that they're able to do about it. He is channeling the Epicenter, blinking forward, getting a good Burrow Strike on one. The Sandstorm damage, Darthwalker getting very, very low, but the Death Prophet put to sleep. She doesn't have her defensive Yules. She used it aggressively, buying time for Darthwalker to heal and armlet himself. He's still alive, taking a lot of damage, but still up, and they didn't get anybody. An absolute disaster. Definitely should have considered that defensive Yules as opposed to the aggressive, so she's able to continue getting that Siphon and a massive 2.8k gold swing back for Mission Critical. And they, in a minute, when Dragon Form is up, in 65 seconds, when Dragon Form is up, and in about a minute, when they have Mass Serpent Wards and Dragon Form, they can go back and drop it again on the tier 2 at bot. And there is nothing TTU can do to stop them. They just don't have the tools to get in. They don't have the tools to clean up those wards from a distance. They can't kill the DK right away. And then high ground, it'll be the same story. Last game, Mission Critical struggled to go up high ground, partly because TTU had very good high ground defense. This game, they can drop Shaman wards, drop the DK ult, and go for racks, go for high ground. Just chip away at those towers every 2 minutes. High ground will be a little bit harder because, of course, well, they're going up high ground. But this last tier 2, probably dead in, I will say, 2 minutes. I'm going to bet by 24 minutes and 30 seconds, which I know is 3 minutes. I lied. I'm raising my bet. It will probably die. And that's a lot of gold. Even still, though, TTU managing to hang on to a very meager gold lead, but looking at experience, it's actually in their favor. So TTU have an advantage, but, but it doesn't really feel like it, does it? It's not a huge advantage. XP, it's actually pretty respectable, about 5k. And they do get that tower top. DP probably wants a BKB more than anything, actually. And Bristle, I do not like Atos Bristle. I think he really should get like a BKB or a pipe. A lot of magic damage coming out, and this tier 2 tower is about to die. They may not even need Shaman wards for it, but I think they'll probably commit them. And yeah, that tower's dead.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Sorry about that. Taking a sip of water. Mechanism on the Underlord. Going for the Guardian Greaves, which just helps them Deathball even harder. BKB queued up for one. Burrow Strike. They're going after the tankiest target, though. Nice silence will prevent the dot. Will prevent the Pit of Malice for now. Spirit Siphon slowing him down a lot, as is that Nasal Goo. They do get a nice 3-man Burrow channeling the Epi, but pushed away just in time by the Inner Fire. Old Frog getting extremely low. Do they want to dive on this Death Prophet? She committed her ultimate, and now a ton of damage coming out. And she's after somebody else. Joey Wags. It could be in trouble, but a nice sleep just in time. And now it's Sand King getting jumped on hard by that. Nice swap to save him, but Foxel could cost his own life. And now they're after Darth Walker. Zach Van silencing him, just siphoning him away. And the exorcism damage just chipping away the Spirit Siphon. They're going to get it. A lot of damage. Swap right back into this haunted house, the haunted lane. Those ghosts doing a lot of damage, and a little bit of exorcism spirit time still up to get some good damage onto this tower. And when it comes back, she will be full health. An excellent fight for TTU. And mission critical, dropping those wards, committing the DK ult to kill those towers. They can kill those towers, and there's nothing TTU can do about it. Once they lose those two abilities, so it seems, we've seen this kind of repeat pattern, once they're away from a tower, they lose every fight. They've got great tower killing, but they're struggling mightily to kill heroes. And now Lifestealer just is hitting so hard, going for a basher. It's going to make things even worse for Mission Critical. And TTU, if they can hold on to their towers, but now that all the tier 2s are gone, the easy to kill towers are gone, I think they've got a good shot in this game. They've got a 5k gold lead, and taking a look at the Dota Plus win percentage once the Steam notification goes away. It's very much favoring TTU, but it was not a little while ago, and perhaps I'm caster biasing, caster cursing, or whatever, you know. I say one thing and it turns out to be completely wrong. Pretty normal casting stuff. Bounty runes 2 for 2. Or Foxel. Okay, you did grab it. It just didn't go away on the thing. So BKB is queued up on Darth Walker. It will save him from Epicenter and Burrow Strike, but it does not save him from Exorcism. And I believe... Okay, never mind. It doesn't pierce spell immunity. It used to. I don't know why I'm like remembering my life from like 5, 6, 7 patches ago. But Death Prophet looking fairly good in this game. She's going Octarine Core next, which the biggest weakness of Death Prophet is the same as Dragon Knight, Lycan. I think there was another hero that there was I think you can make the same argument for. They are their ultimate. Death Prophet without her ult is so much less effective than a Death Prophet with her ult. So what do? You resolve that issue. You get her an Octarine Core so her ult uptime is increased. And it's so significant. Meanwhile, Gooby going for an Ags, which isn't that just the AoE goo? So I could sort of see it as a tool to help Death Prophet deal more damage with her ult and keep enemy heroes close. I don't love it. I'm excited to see it, but just because I'm excited to see it does not mean I necessarily think it's the best choice. I mean, I'm excited to see Techies in games that I'm not playing him, unless I'm playing him, but doesn't mean I think it's good. I'm always down for some nutty Visage Undying tri-lane with some crazy core like Luna. Actually, that sounds horrible, like just garbage. But Oh man, this guy's going for the meme. He's got the mana regen talent. He took the goose stacks. That's gonna be hilarious. So what? What's the max goose stacks? 10. So 2.6, 26 armor reduction if you get all 10. I hope it gets an Octarine core. Even a refresher. The instant double goo every 5 minutes would be devastating. It wouldn't be devastating. It would be devastating for his team because he spent 5,000 gold on a garbage item. Uh, But anyways, back to this game. So far, TTU holding on to their lead fairly steadily. Mission critical. They've got their Shaman wards, they've got Elder Dragon form, and they've got an Arcane rune. So it looks like they want to try this again. If they can drop those wards high ground, they can commit the DKO, which I think they should probably just do now. Before they see this. Oh, Zach, what are you doing, buddy? Be careful. He needs to use this DKO before the Arcane Rune wears up, but he's not going to. Not that the cooldown's long, I just would have liked to see that. They've got an Infest Bomb in Sand King. Mission critical, not really sure of themselves. Gooby running ahead, trying to prod them into making a play that they will regret. There's no BKB on the Huskar. They're underneath a ward. They smoked immediate. Oh. TTU fully aware of this, but where are they going? Are they perhaps going to go for Roshan? They see this DD rune here, but they're under another ward. I wonder, will TTU be observant enough to know? They pinged it out immediately. They're targeting the Roshan pit. They're on the move, but will they be fast enough? There's a DD rune on Huskar. This Rosh getting very, very low. They're not smoked themselves. There is an enemy ward here. This Roshan at half. They've got Sand King, Exorcism, Epicenter. It's coming. They're going in the pit. Tons of damage. Those swords are dropping. They've already lost 2 heroes. Underlord, Darthwalker, both immediately dead. The Shackles and a massive clap from that Elder Titan. But it's going to be enough. Siphon's coming in, but she's taking so much damage. It's just not enough. She's getting hurt. They do get another one. And a massive fight, but it's over as quickly as it begins. The Elder Titan able to sneak away. The Shaman Ward's getting killed by this Roche, but the sleep. Oh no! It's a 3 for 4. And Elder Titan limps away as he watches the Roche get lower and lower. But can Gooby even kill this? I mean, he's tanky, but not that tanky. And oh boy. Uh-oh. Oh goodness. What a high octane experience and a favorable fight it seems for Mission Critical. They lost 4, killed 3, but oh, the Aegis grabbed by Gooby, but I think he just loses it. On one hand, that sucks. On the other, it's kind of like, eh. And I say that because now Mission Critical have it, and I think Mission Critical need the Aegis more than TTU need the Aegis. Like, it's a victory by denial of an Aegis. Like, it's not a huge win, but it's a win. They get 2 bounty runes, perhaps 3, and so close now. I can't believe I'm about to see a bristleback Ags. I'm so ready for this. Vengeful Spirit with her medallion, maxed out Wave of Terror, so lots of magic reduction. I like the magic resist talent she took just for the sake of the Huskar spears, but the minus armor you can make a case for. Really, TTU are running a kind of Mimi minus armor comp. You've got Venge, you've got Bristle, you've got the Lifestealer with the Desolator. It's just very interesting. Like, this is some peculiar stuff that I'm seeing. I still quite like Mission Critical's draft. It's unfortunate they couldn't get that Aegis. And if they just hadn't taken that DD rune, I wonder if they would have just got Roche. It would have been a little slower, but I actually think them picking up the DD is what tipped off TTU that the Roche was happening. So if they didn't pick up the double damage, would TTU have responded in kind? Would they have expected that smoke gank to come to them? They were all huddled in their base down here. Ooh, I love this effigy would say. Jet fuel can't nice. Sand King also very close to his own Ag, so 2 Ag Scepters coming in very, very soon for TTU. Well, and they are queuing up that Spirit Vessel. It's a good Death Prophet counter and a good Lifestealer counter. Meanwhile, BKB finished 10-second duration for Darth Walker. He did not have it in that last fight. It probably would have been somewhat helpful up against that Epicenter. Those shaman boards in that last fight. Oof. Oof. Just painful. Hilarious that they killed the Lifestealer. Hilarious to me, and probably mission critical. Probably not funny to Chicken Lover. But he's tanking up. He's getting very, very strong. I really like his itemization so far. And Abyssal Blade is more tank, while also providing that really great damage utility. Aghanim Scepter finished on Sand King. I think Bristles is probably done as well. Yeah. So 2 Ags finished. The Bristle one, remains to be seen if it's actually if it's like good. I mean, it's an AoE slow for what? What's the slow percent? 20? In 2 uses, so in 3 seconds, it's a 32% slow. They're largely short range or melee heroes, and now they're getting ready at Mission Critical to drop those wards, so they need to get back to defend this high ground, and Zachman himself should be very careful. Oh, Gooby. Getting those stacks on. He doesn't have an Aegis, and Bristle just puking out. Oh, Epicenter in the back. Burrow striking Fest Bomb. Tons of damage. Exorcism flying out now. They pop the BKB on that Huskar, but the Shaman Ward's also committed. 1 hero down, but 2 for Mission Critical. Things are looking bad. They're trying to Uber out, but the swap away just in time. An excellent Uber call, giving his Huskar a lift, but they lose 3 heroes very, very fast. An awesome Burrow Strike, Epicenter Infest Bomb combo. And that AoE, certainly a force to be reckoned with. And look at that massive amount of damage this Lifestealer put in. And if not for his BKB, I think Huskar would probably have died as well. But thankfully, Underlord just in time getting the save. Death Prophet can almost buy her Octarine Core. I think she should save for buyback just because they've lost all their towers and blah blah blah. But the Octarine is going to be so nice, and at level 20, she should probably take the health talent. There's a Dragon Knight here. 5 heroes. Do they want this though? The Echo Stomp Sleep doesn't hit anybody, and they will take that tower and back off. I think if you're Mission Critical, you let this go. I don't think you fight this right this second. There is no Exorcism or Epicenter though, so perhaps this is the moment that they've been looking for. I love this. This is so crazy. This is so crazy to me. But Chicken Lover, let's see, 14, 19, 22. Can buy his Assault Cuirass, but again, I think they're all saving for buyback. Death Prophet did grab that health talent, and Chicken Lover with the evasion, which is 20% evasion is so annoying. But does it justify an? I think it does justify an MKB, but it's still it's a very good talent. And now Burrow Strike has the 10-mile range, longer range. What blink? Yeah, longer range than a Blink Dagger. And Octarine done on Death Prophet. She did not save for buyback, but hoping to be tanky enough with that Octarine core. I'd like to see her get a BKB next. Just like Razor, she wants to be in the mix. She wants to be in the fight. So I would love to see her get an Octarine core, which would just allow her to, a BKB, which would allow her to heal up a lot with the Octarine core, not get stunned, not get slept, not just run around the fight as she wills, with those Spirit Siphons out, with those ghosts beating people up, and just probably being pretty much unkillable. Gooby now going for a Shiva's Guard too. Being near him is just an uncomfortable experience. Oh god. That's just a lot going on. What an I've never seen anyone build Bristleback this way. That is so weird. On the other side of the map, though, Mission Critical, closing in on a Veil for their Elder Titan. They have actually pretty respectable magic damage from the Burning Spears, from Firestorm, from Ether Shock. Half of Earth Splitter is magical, I believe. Yes. So still a lot of damage. and trying to get a Silver Edge. And they do find a quick pick off on Penguinot. Meanwhile, they're going for somebody else here. Getting one hero low. The Yule is just not enough to save. 2 easy kills. And now a 16,000 gold lead. Win percentage from Dota Plus. It's looking rough. If you're mission critical, they had such a strong start, but even when they were taking towers for free pretty much, they were never in the lead. So it was just so hard for them to actually get a real foothold into this game. Exorcism drops now. There is fortification available. They'll almost certainly have to commit it, as these ghosts will do a lot of damage, but they've got a full duration exorcism to manage and fortify. Only a couple seconds left on that, and this tower is not long for this world, and neither are these racks. They don't have an Elder Titan to drop asleep to give them an easy and quick initiation, and really, it looks like it's going the other way. Perhaps they're getting initiated in on. He's got a BKB. He hasn't popped it just yet. Does get it off now. Goose Stacks starting to build up. Epicenter dealing some decent damage, but with those 2 BKBs, it actually does pretty much nothing, and the rest of those heroes are going to bail out, happy to take that racks. 17,000 gold in their favor now. And Death Prophet ult up in just a little over a minute. Lifestealer with the AC Deso, towers are just nothing. And then you've got Vengeance Aura. Towers are really nothing. They're gonna just delete these towers. And I would still like to see him. I think I want to see Abyssal Blade before I see Molnir. Yeah, another Atos. Not that I think it's a terrible item, just I keep seeing it. I mean, it just got nerfed, so I didn't expect people to just go for it as much. But people are still going for it a whole lot. Great stats. I mean, just look at that. 20 int, 12 strength, 12 agi, and how much is that item? Rod. Yeah, that's incredible value for cost. They've got no shaman wards. I think Gooby should just run in on this, to be honest. What are they going to do? And just these stacks are really starting to build up. Hex, a disarm coming out. He pops the Rage to purge out of it. The Yule's onto the Tuskar. He gets his BKB off, and now the Earthshatter coming in. He's kicking Lover. Still brawling. He's just very, very tanky. Death Prophet has her Exorcism now. Does she want to commit this? The Spirit Siphon doing some respectable damage. The Scooby just causing so many annoying problems. He's just annoying. Just sneezing all over people. It's incredibly unhealthy and inconsiderate and very bad for the win chance of Mission Critical, who now have 3 heroes dead without buybacks, and only the Shaman has it. And Elder Titan able to get that Yules and Sleep to get away from the Death Prophet, but they have an Exorcism up, a rank 3 Exorcism, and no fortification, and I think Mission Critical just want to end, I think TTU, just want to end this. And I think they may very well be able to. They delete towers, and now the Exorcism. The Ghost flying out. Probably shouldn't hit that, but it doesn't matter because it's going to die. Shadow Shaman drop, getting the buyback. He's got Serpent Wards, but these towers taking too much damage, and they're just tunneling objectives. Elder Titan is up. He doesn't get the sleep on everybody. He does get it on a couple heroes, but those ghosts, they don't sleep. They're dead, and so too will be their Ancient soon. And so much damage. The Burrow Strike, and this Ancient still getting ticked down. The Spirit Siphon going onto the Shadow Shaman. He bought back. He's dead. He's dropped those Serpent Wards, but it doesn't matter. Their Ancient getting so low, and GG just called. TTU too tanky to take down. Winning this, I believe, 2-0. So probably advancing. I actually have no idea what's happening in this tournament. But TTU winning 2-1, 2-0, something like that. But a great performance from them. Well executed. Some kind of memey stuff, but they played it well enough. They came out on top. Mission Critical, I just don't think their draft came together the way that they needed it to or wanted it to. They had such a strong early death ball, but unfortunately were unable to make the most out of taking all of that map. And that one bad fight at Roche, it wasn't even really that bad, it really felt like the turning point in the game. They were no longer able to take fights. They were losing every fight that wasn't around Serpent Wards with Elder Dragon form, And once they got to high ground, they just ran out of objectives to take because they couldn't go high ground the same way they'd been taking the rest of those towers. But TTU advanced in the Amateur Dota 2 League, while Mission Critical, unfortunately, seemed to have been eliminated. So good luck for TTU in their future series and Mission Critical. I hope that they keep at it and come back next season. Thank you guys for stopping by. I will be uploading these to YouTube. I did not get to cast in game. So it'll be on YouTube. Thanks again, you guys, for stopping by. I hope that you will be back again later.